All right, and welcome to episode 2 of Critters Take On the Tomb of Annihilation. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So, unfortunately, tonight we are missing our Barbarian Tempest, but he may show up, halfway through the session. Who knows how long he's going to be out tonight. I assume he's not going to make it for the episode, but, who knows. But other than that, let's see. Does everybody have pretty much everything good to go? Aya, I don't know exactly the issue, but we can try and fix it as we go. And just let me know if you somehow miraculously get it going. And you can finally welcome our 7th member, Safi, which we'll get to know a little bit later.
Spoiler alert. Safi.
Spoiler alert. Yep.
With an I or a Y?
It's a Q.
Of course.
The silent Q.
The silent Q.
Silent Q. And a B.
All right. So let me do a small recap of what happened last time. So last we left off, our adventurers kind of got told that there was something going on with people's deaths in the land, something unnatural. People are not being able to be resurrected. People are not healing correctly. It's very odd. She was approached by a woman named Ramalia Haventree, a beautiful elven, regal woman, kind of telling them that they've located the probably a source of some sort of magic or power that has something to do with the curse. They were told that they were to assist them in attacking a Lich's tower. The Lich's name's Eldara. And during this time, they entered a cellar in which they made their way through. They found a small pseudo-dragon that helped them through it pretty simply, pretty easily. The pseudo-dragon was Zaldara's old familiar. And he basically led them through the dungeon, and they found the tome that was basically Zaldara's phylactery. At the end of it, they were teleported to the top of this mountain, mountainside, not mountain, I'm sorry, the top of this cliffside, where the Harpers had been doing battle the entire time, giving them a chance to find this phylactery. In that time, Ramalia grabbed the phylactery from their hands, raised it in the air, called for Zaldara. Zaldara appeared, grabbed Ramalia by the neck, just by using magic, of course, raised her up in the air, causing Ramalia to fall unconscious and then fall to the ground. In the midst of all of this, our barbarian friend, Tempest, ran up to the area that they were in and struck a match with his tinderbox and dropped the match. And that's where we ended last session. So, we pick up now with the match mid-air, about to hit the book.
I would like to create water and make nice little rain around our barbarian friend.
Just like a small little rain cloud, a little violin plays in the background. So, we pick up today's episode. As the match from the tinderbox falls onto the tome, the flame dulls and lights a brilliant emerald green before extinguishing itself. Zaldara looks at the group. You fool. You think simple fire can destroy something as magical as that book? Suddenly, the book flies out of Ramalia's unconscious hands into the hands of a familiar dark figure with a metallic mask hidden in the nearby woods. This is what you would see on that. She is above you guys to the north.
Oh shit.
Syndra.
She holds the book up and holds her hand underneath it, igniting a flame within her palm and holding it up underneath the book. She coughs. That might not do it, but this will. Tell us what you know of the death curse, Zaldara. Zaldara holds up her hand in panic. Wait! Wait! Yes, it is true. I have been researching this curse you speak of. The only thing that could cause such a phenomena is an ungodly device called the Soulmonger. All I know is that it consumes souls. But I also know with that amount of dark energy, the Soulmonger will soon be able to power an undead being like the world has never seen. It resides in an unknown location in Chult. That is the extent of my knowledge. Now give me my tome. And she begins to float down the stairs. And as she begins to float down the stairs, I need the entire group to roll an insight check.
Yeah, Jake, you're gonna have to do that for me because my character thing is still not.
I got you, no problem.
So that's my natural one out of the way.
Oh no!
We are very insightful tonight.
And can I run over to Ramalia and check on her, see if she's still breathing or if she's dead?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to. If you're gonna do that, then I will not allow you to roll your insight though.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so we have 3 insight checks. We're still missing 1 more or 2 more, I believe.
That's better.
Wow.
Oh, Reggie got a 22.
Go, Caddy.
At least someone is looking around.
Oh, so okay, so Katie, as this whole thing is going down, you begin to notice that when you look at Zaldara, you can see she is battle worn. I mean, battle worn. This whole time that you guys were trying to find this phylactery, she was up here fighting the fight of her life, just killing numerous people. But in the midst of all this, she was taking damage as well, and you can see her face again is just worn with like you could the whole beauty side is still beautiful, but the other side is completely torn away to reveal this just disgusting skeletal structure with sinew and this kind of bluish green essence kind of flowing from her. But you can tell she is extremely injured, and she is fearing for her life at this point right now. And actually, again, Katie, you would see Sildara, you see Syndra look over at you, and as she's gathered the information that is necessary to gather, she looks over at you, Katie, and she nods her head, and then looks back over at the Lich, Zaldara. What do you guys want to do?
Is Ramalia still okay? Or do I need to make a check?
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. Alright. That is 12.
12? You can tell that she is still breathing.
Alright,
But she is extremely injured.
Okay, in that case I'm gonna take out my healing potion and put it in her mouth.
Perfect. How much is your healing potion going to do? 2d4 plus 2.
Yes, 2d4 plus 2.
I got maybe character sheet. I could see it, but now it's gone again. Don't worry.
Oh no.
I'm gonna heal her for 9 hit points.
Okay, awesome. So yes, you sit there and turn her head to the side to kind of get a better just thing with gravity. And you pour the drink down, and she kind of coughs and spurts a little bit out, but as you're pouring it down, it definitely makes it down into her stomach, and she begins to...
Lady, take this. Don't worry, take this. We've got you.
She immediately kind of takes a large gasp, but her eyes are still closed. Zaldara has now made her way closer, about halfway to Syndra. And Syndra is now kind of looking nervously.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk towards her and ask her, and ask her what Elenist would think of this.
She kind of turns to you and she says, "Do not speak that name to me of that treacherous beast." And she just kind of continues walking forward.
I will gently move, take my shield from my arm, swap to a bow, and keep my eyes on her. gently waiting for any hostile actions. Maybe.
She looks extremely hostile. She has her hand out like she's about to cast a spell.
If she utters a word, I'll take a shot. Like a magical word.
Okay, yeah. As a matter of fact, you immediately, since you're readying the action, you begin to hear her mutter an incantation like she's about to cast a spell.
Oh
So
shit.
go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay, I'll give D20 one more chance. That screws me over again, and I'm gonna... Okay, I can't find my weapon, so I'll just roll. Fine. 12 to hit.
12 unfortunately does not hit.
Alright.
So yeah,
It's a
she
warning
begins.
shot.
Do I see Kalimbar doing the spell?
I'm taking a shot with my arrow. So as
Yeah, you see the arrow
Holy shit.
fly through the air,
Holy
and
shit.
yeah,
Holy
as
shit.
as soon as Zeldara like sees the fire, the bolts like come past her face, or not the bolt, but the arrow come past her face, she will go to attack you. Everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And if somebody wants to kind of Jaeger our barbarian, you guys can do that too. I
22.
can do it as well if you are in would like
I
me
would
to.
offer, but I can't. It's not today.
No problem. No problem.
I have no experience with that, so I. Oh my god, am I? Oh no, you guys, why are you all so low?
I want to give you some time to get that head start. To
What?
run away.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
All right, we're
I
gonna
have
go
time
down
to
the
hide.
line. We're gonna go
I'll
down
get
the
my
line.
camera and start filming it.
Alright.
Zeldara. All right, so Zeldara, that is hers. Okay, so we're gonna go down the line. Kalimbar,
I'm on a 13.
13. Katie,
Oh, wait, sorry, 4.
4. All right. Aelin,
8.
Cecilia,
22.
nice.
Yeah. No.
Bax,
6.
Jesus. Did anybody roll for Tempest? If not, I can.
Oh yeah, maybe you should. We don't have his character sheet. So.
Okay, that's fine. Woo! And what is his initiative? Tempest.
He's used the good rolls for the character.
+2.
Not for
So
much.
Tempest with a 21.
Oh.
Nice.
And then that is it for now. Okay. So, with a 22, Cecilia, you see Zeldara turn immediately from this this arrow that has just passed right by her head, and she is now looking longingly straight at the group and extremely furious. But you still see like a sense of fear in her eyes.
Okay.
This is more
I-
like a panic.
I would like to ask if she's actually able to see me as I'm like behind trees, is what I'm seeing here.
Go ahead and roll stealth, just for the hell of it, since you probably would have
Okay.
done so prior to this.
Yeah. That's a 9.
9.
9?
Oh, did we drop somebody? Okay, we're good. With a 9, let me roll her perception just in case, because she is actually bothered. That is a 10, unfortunately, so yeah, she knows you're there.
Fuck. Okay. No, I was gonna sneak through the bushes and try and hide there and see if I could an attack on her.
Technically, this is how it would go, okay? Technically, because you are a rogue, like I said, that was a previous stealth attempt. She would have known
Yeah.
you were there to begin with. If you begin your turn, you can take your bonus action, cunning action, to then stealth or hide and then try
Yeah.
to do your thing.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and I want to see if I can end up there.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth again for the secondary, for your actual movement. Or
Okay.
cunning, your bonus
Please,
action.
please.
With a natural 1.
Okay, that's
Um,
not gonna happen.
As you can see, there is like spider webs kind of crawling through there. So as you're going through the trees, you're getting caught in spider webs and like just like kind of freaking out and tripping over like logs and stuff like that as you go through the trees. But she kind of just side eyes you as you make your way across.
Okay, so I do make my way across. That's good.
Yeah, you're there. I'll say you're there,
Okay.
definitely.
I'm there, and yeah, I'm just hidden there with my one.
You do have an attack still if you would like to do something.
No, I'm gonna do so if I can have sneak attack added to it.
Okay.
Oh,
Again, with and I want to iterate this. You can tell she's on her dying breath.
okay, I'm gonna attack her. Okay, she's dead.
Go
It's
for
up
it.
to me.
Roll to attack. Uh, 10,
10
yeah,
to hit?
unfortunately does not hit.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've rolled a 3, a 1, and a 4. So you're looking good. You're looking good
Really good.
But a 22 initiative. Woohoo!
with a 22 initiative.
All right.
I'll tell you what, you were fast to react, but everything like the whole trying to get through the woods and getting through stuck in tripping over things, it was just unfortunately not to your benefit.
Spiders freak me out.
Yeah.
Too
This is
much.
stressful. This is a
Yeah.
stressful situation.
Extremely
stressed.
stressful situation.
I saw everything go up in flames, and I was just like,
So yes,
that'll be
next, so that'll be it for your turn. So next up is actually Tempest. So Tempest is gonna run up, and he is just gonna give no Fs, and he's just gonna make a straight up attack.
Don't kill his character while he's away.
No, actually that's a 14 plus numbers. What's his bonus?
A lot, probably.
Reckless.
14 plus 5. That is a 19. So he does hit. Yeah, unfortunately, he wouldn't be rolling reckless yet. He has that freaking 3 HP.
You wouldn't care.
he better care. All right, and he would be using his great axe coming down on her, doing. What the hell is that? 23.
I think it's because you're rolling with advantage.
It's rolled twice.
Oh yeah.
she rolled
Oh no! I see what it is. It's because I rolled in real life, and I'm like, I just wanted the great axe damage. I forgot you have to click the damage on
Yeah.
top of that. So with an extremely low roll yet again, it doesn't matter. With that 5 damage, you see him sprint up next to her, and pissed off that the whole flame, the tinderbox thing that he was going for didn't work. Just rage in his eyes, comes slinging down with the big great axe that he has, and cleaves an arm directly off of the lich. Where the arm separates, a greenish white light begins flowing and shooting out of the arm, and she just, this horrible howl and scream, kind of 2 layers of audio kind of on top of each other, screaming, and she kind of writhes as she's kind of stepping back and falling, and as she does, she lowers to the ground as she was kind of hovering a little bit, lowers to the ground and falls directly forward, and as she does, onto the ground, she flows into the ground, and all that's left is her coat. You see a green essence come from the coat and get sucked into the phylactery that Syndra is holding, and Syndra kind of holds on to it as this energy flows into it extremely fast. And at this point, combat is over, and Syndra then looks at you in amazement and fear at this point, and looks at you like, "What do I do? What do we do?"
Can we destroy the book?
Absolutely. Syndra
Yeah. I
looks
wanna
at
look at the book,
Syndra
but
looks at you
okay.
like, yeah.
Or
But maybe
is there-
maybe we can see what's more about the soulmonger in the book. So
It
we
is
can
her
know what it is.
spell.
We should open it.
Yes, just destroy it. It
Well-
is pure evil.
This creature may have still valuable information left. I think she has her own scheme still going. And the
She
Harpers
gave
may
us
be
the
interested in that.
information, Cal.
Not the information that she has for this soulmonger thing.
Yes.
That's worthwhile to us, yes. But a creature like that, she's got more brewing. I'm sure of it.
As you're all kind of conversing and talking, you see Syndra begins to walk up towards Romalia, and Romalia kind of blinks her eyes as she begins to regain consciousness from the healing, and walks over towards Syndra. Syndra then hands the book over to Zaldara, and she asks, "Is it done?" And Syndra kind of looks at her, nods her head yes. And then Romalia looks at the group and she says, "Then be done with her."
Yes, destroy her.
She grabs the book and her hands begin to light up in flame, but you could see just hatred in her eyes. Romalia's eyes turn like a orangish red as her hands begin to light up. And her hands begin to light the book on fire, and the book becomes this greenish white flame, yet again, that you've seen. It has like black tints to it. And she kind of feels like she's losing control. So you see a bit of fear in her eyes, but again, the hatred becomes just unbelievable. And she looks up into the air as this huge flame starts spouting from the book. And as she's doing that, the book begins to kind of disintegrate into ash from the bottom up. And she just lets go, and the ash falls to the ground, and the green smoke begins to kind of have white flares kind of come through the air as souls that had been trapped in the book begin to flow out and fly into the air, making a ghostly scream as they come out. And you see Romalia begin to drop, and immediately Syndra kind of cups her and kind of gives her a helping boost and keeping her on her feet. And she looks at you and she says, "Thank you. Thank you all."
We did it! And I kick the dust on the floor, on the ground.
You just take the ashes?
No, I just kick it.
Oh, kick it, yeah.
On it. Yeah.
Yeah, it floats up into the air for a second and then just kind of settles down on the ground. She says, "The sacrifices that you all have made today, the sacrifices that everybody has made today." And she looks out into the battlefield just full of corpses, and you do hear some like distant yells and screams of people who are injured. Those will not go in vain. You have saved possibly millions of lives today. With the information that you gathered, we can save all of Faerun. And she reaches into her pouch next to her, and she holds up a large coin purse, and she says, "As promised." And Aelin, since you're standing right next to her, she'll hand you the coin purse.
I will take it.
Did everybody see the thing that you did? Like a baby?
Gimme.
That was purely intuitive too. Like, yes, the money.
Leave it to the rogue. Leave it to the rogue when money is mentioned.
Money? Did I hear money?
Mm-hmm. So
I'm gonna make a note of that in my.
So Syndra sets Romalia down, and Romalia kind of begins to cast spells on herself, kind of using healing touch, and you can see some wounds begin to close on her body. And she again, Syndra looks over at you and she says, "Well, now, Schult, that is a land that I know well." She says, "I've been there many times before. Now, it is up to us yet again to place our lives on the line for others, if you are willing."
Yes, I would like to volunteer.
"Thank you. The rest of you?" And she kind of looks around.
Volunteer for what exactly?
"An adventure." And she kind of smiles.
Yes, Katie,
I'm
we
in.
will go to the land of Chult and find this soulmonger.
I must admit I have never heard of that land.
Have you
Isn't
not?
my appearance? I haven't, no.
It is another continent.
Yes, across the ocean, the sea.
Come on, Calamar, you wanted adventure?
That is true.
You and me, let's go.
Maybe
I,
some of these people as well? They make fine company.
There will be many more rewards in your future if you choose to accept this as well.
The experience will be plenty of.
Come on, what say you? You Bax, come on. Glory,
New
honor
places.
for your god.
You see Tempest
this
kind of
is
just
a
shake.
new
You kind of see Tempest shake his head and be like, "Of course." He just says,
Yes, Tempest. Lots of drinks.
New places and new people.
Is this
Yes.
Soulmonger the one behind the spells that's killing everybody?
Yes.
From
According
what
to the lich.
from what Zaldara stated before her due end, she said that the Soulmonger is the reason behind this death curse.
Caddy, I think we should go.
You do?
Yeah. At least to help these people on their way.
Sure.
Can
What
you?
else? What else do we know?
For now, and she walks over to you and she says, "As I said, I do know the area very well," and she will hand the group. She will kind of look over and she has like a pouch next to her, and she opens it up. And it seems seemingly empty from when you see it, but she kind of reaches her hand into it, and she like reaches really far. Like it's only like this deep, but she like reaches into it, and her like elbow is up to the end. And she kind of looks up, and she pulls out a scroll, and you can see that it's some sort of map.
I am immediately interested. Walk over and see if I can see something on the scroll.
And this is what she hands you.
I'll take it.
That's a giant map.
Yeah. And she will say, I've had many people, adventurers and cartographers, do research over the land of Chult over many years. This is probably going to be the most comprehensive map of the area that you will ever find.
It is greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
If you all have worries of your family and sorts, have no worry. I shall send word to everyone's individual families of their mission, if need be.
Oh, we don't have time to go back home for a spell?
This is of dire import.
Okay, I should have brought more traveling aid. Alright.
Once we get to Port Nyanzaru, you will have plenty of opportunity to buy what you need. And with this 500 gold, it may do you some good.
True. I will divvy it up later. When we are all in a bit more resting place, you know.
Right. And she kind of looks up at the sky and she says, when we get there, the time difference isn't that much different, but it should still be daylight and nearing the nighttime. I know of many places that you can go, but first, let us take a moment and give our respects, and once we're done, we can head out.
How are we gonna get there?
I can teleport us there. I've been there many, many times.
Okay,
Ooh, teleportation.
that's neat.
DM, was it 500 gold or was it 700 gold?
It was 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Can I go around to everybody that's
But you know what?
crying out on
You know what, Aelin? I will allow... I will allow Cecilia to make a persuasion roll in order to make it 700, because it is 500 in the book, but you do have 7 people, essentially, once you do. So it is written 500. But
You're gonna have me do persuasion. Oh, okay.
well,
Guys,
of course, you're the greedy one. Let's do it.
You were
Money.
Wow.
there's
glad we
reasons
established
behind
this
that, but
earlier.
okay. Persuasion. Give us more money, if you would.
Oh god.
Oof.
damn.
Oof.
Yeah. Guys,
Never mind.
like, I don't know what's going on, but it's not working for me.
That's your highest roll.
Yeah.
That's literally your highest roll.
What the fuck?
That should count for something.
Yeah. Impressed yet?
I'm super impressed. As bad as that roll was, I'll give you 50 more gold.
Yes.
Hey!
Woo! You're welcome, guys.
550 gold. She's
I
like,
ruined my hair.
she reaches in and
My
she's
hair
like, oh,
that.
look at that. And she has 50 gold. She's like, here you go.
Smile. Yeah.
All right, so they take their time.
That's 79 gold apiece.
There you go. So,
Aelin, Aelin, like, remember
Yes.
the deal? Remember
What
what you
deal?
told me?
She gets my
What
share.
deal?
You told me that I'd get your share.
No, that was not me. That was Kalambar.
I mean, Kalimbar.
Yes, I know.
Okay. I'm sorry. Reduce the
Didn't
names.
you find some money too?
Yes, exactly.
Find money?
Yes, those gold pieces from in that special chest.
With the tomb.
I did, yes. I could hold on to it for safekeeping.
How much are they? So we can divvy them up.
I found 150 gold.
That'll make 700.
Can I roll an inside check?
yeah, you can roll an insight check against her deception.
Oh, me too.
Perfect.
Me too.
And I distinctly remember that from the chat being on, but
man.
I'm not rolling the inside check.
21. 21.
All right, now roll deception, Mouse.
Fuck! It's never gonna be higher than that. Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
so-
it was 200.
Alright, alright.
So
There you go.
you don't have to tell him the truth like immediately just because he saw through your
No.
lie.
Yeah.
You can give him the opportunity to be like, I know you're lying, but I'm still gonna let you have it, or you're lying, give it to me. You know, it's up to you.
No, Aiden knows, but he's not reacting to it.
There you go. So you say 150, he's like, you're lying, but I'm gonna let you take it anyways.
Okay, great.
So that makes it an even 700. So 100
Mhm.
apiece. Very easy.
Except for Kalimbar, who gets
Oh
Zero.
yeah.
0.
I'm fine with
Oh.
having my share
Alright.
available for, pocket change if anyone needs it.
So as you guys are divvying up all this gold, Ramalia has gained enough energy to begin walking around, and she is basically using a spell to ensure that none of these dead people come back to life.
Oh, Lady Haventree, do you require any help?
No, it's fine. You have your mission, and I now have mine. Go do the world
Best
some
of
good,
luck to you.
as with you.
I'm sure we will meet again. And I give her a deep bow.
And she curtsies back with her torn robes and as much as she can. And she goes back to doing what she does.
I'm gonna.
Alright.
No, never mind.
Okay, so as she does that, you all gather together, and Syndra kind of grabs onto each and every one of your shoulders. And let me turn off this music because that is not what we're doing. She begins to grab every one of your shoulders, and everybody gathers in a circle. And she asks everybody to kind of bow their head and close their eyes. And again, a very familiar sensation to those that just teleported from the boat up to here. You get the sensation that your breath is kind of going short and you can't get enough air in your lungs, but you kind of breathe fast, and all of a sudden, out of existence. Blackness. You see nothing. and you get a sense of, oh shit, did something go wrong? And then suddenly, again, back into existence. You breathe heavy. And as you catch your breath, the first thing that hits you is the humidity. The heat and the humidity, especially those that are wearing medium armor or heavy armor. A bead of sweat begins to drop down your temples. As your eyes come into focus, you realize that it was raining before, and now it's somewhat sunny, but coming to the day's end. The city is alive with many people working and shouting at each other. You've arrived in what looks like the docks of a harbor of some sort. A minstrel of Tabaxi, a cat-like race, play in the street corner, dressed in almost tribal-like clothing, with orange and light blue and yellow feathers kind of coming out of their headdress. You can see one playfully chasing some children around as they laugh and giggle along. To your right, you look into the water as you hear something emerging. The head of a lizard-like creature, about 3 feet in length, begins to rise out of the water. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet in the air. Water droplets falling from the creature as a small rainbow appears. You hear the creature make a loud noise. And you notice that attached to the creature are large leather and metal harnesses that connect ropes, pulling a large ship through the harbor, like a tugboat. You see the buildings around you look ancient, yet retrofitted for locals to live in. Many plants and vines cover most of the buildings as if the jungle were trying to recapture it. The buildings themselves painted in beautiful blues, greens, and oranges, and salmon pinks. Or they're adorned with murals, paintings of giant reptiles and mythical heroes in geometric shapes. Every building has baskets or clay urns filled with colorful flowers. Sindra then turns around to you as you're trying to gather this all in and says, "Welcome to Port Nyanzaru."
I like this place already.
Nyanzaru?
It is so hot here.
Nyanzaru.
Nyanzaru.
Like Nyan Cat? Nyanzaru.
Nyanzaru. I'll have to Google that later.
Yep. Nyanzaru.
Okay.
And she kind of walks up to you as you guys are almost just trying to take in all that you see, and this is completely just almost otherworldly to most of you. And you begin to just kind of take it in, and as you do, she walks up to you and states, "I will be staying with a compatriot of mine, Wakanga Atamu. He is one of the 7 merchant princes that run the city. Now, I know after the long fight we've had, you're probably looking for a place to rest. Might I suggest the 2 locations alongside the Red Bazaar? 1, the Thundering Lizard. That is more of a raucous place. A lot of people go there for adventuring and, just the normal people go there for after a long day's hard work. But it can get quite boisterous from time to time. She says if you're looking for a more calm or resting area, relaxing, she says you can go to Kaya's House of Repose. There you will find a very relaxing and quiet area to find yourselves. It may cost a little bit more to stay there, but it's worth it in the long run. Now, as I said before, I will be staying with Wakanga, and if you need me, you can find me there."
I have a question.
Yes.
Where would you say I would get the best items in this city?
What kind of items are you searching for? There are many markets here in Port Nyanzaru.
Armor.
If you're looking for armor, I would say, well, let me look.
Yes, we can have a look around the market.
If you're looking for armor specifically, one of the 7
Yes.
merchant princes is very knows very much. They kind of run the market on that. There are 7 merchant princes that represent different things that they sell within the city. You'll find many things of armor from either Ekene Afe. It's EKENE-AFA. Ekene Afa or Zanti. Zanti is ZHANTI. Both of them deal in either armor, or if you need weapons, you might want to just go with Ekene.
Okay, thank you.
But again, there are several marketplaces throughout, and they sell the items for them. They kind of just run the business.
So just go to the Red Bazaar?
The Red Bazaar, yes, it sells many goods. It's everyday items, you know, like meat, veggies, tropical fruits, tej, light-colored clothing, insects repellent, rain catchers, and household goods. It's more of the general market.
Excellent.
I start tucking off all my big chainmail and all that because I'm sweating.
Yeah, everybody in medium or heavy armor right now, if you're wearing medium or heavy armor, you are like sweating. Like it's one of those like times where you kind of like, man, it's hot in here, and then you look at somebody and they're just like drenched in sweat and you're like, yeah, it's hot in here. Yeah, it's if you're wearing medium to heavy armor, they're the ones with the super sweat.
I was wearing like a stylish scarf and I just loosened it a little bit.
Yeah. For those that come from the north, this is an extremely different situation that you've ever been in. But she asks you, she says, Port Nyanzaru is the only fully functioning city in Chult, and that you should not be afraid to become familiar with the city and their traditions. Also, a word of warning. Do not attempt to venture into the jungles of Chult alone, or without an experienced guide at least. Without one, you are bound to lose your way, and possibly your lives.
Noted. Don't worry, my lady, we will thoroughly enjoy this city, and we'll find a proper guide.
And you see that she kind of like, she's tired herself. And she says,
Come, allow us to escort you.
oh, well, if you would like, you can follow me to Wakanga's, or you can find your way to the areas of rest. And then you can see Tempest, and he's like, rest, please.
Well, is this Wakanga? This is one of the 7 merchant princes, as you say.
He
You
is.
must be someone of nobility.
Ah, see, that's where you're wrong. The merchant princes, all 7 of them, they are not of nobility. The area of Chult had nobility long ago, but now, being that this is one of the only running cities, everybody banded together and created a sense of mercantile trade. And without the correct people to run it, everybody was butting heads, so they decided that it should be ran by the merchants themselves. And royalty dissolved.
Aha. But this person is someone of great importance in this city.
Of
and
course.
It's always best to keep those people as your friends, I say. So I would love to say hello.
And you can at any time you'd like.
It'd be good to have a guide for the first few minutes in the city, I suppose.
I believe you can find your way around a city.
Yes.
He was
I come from a
as well.
city much bigger than this one.
That is true. I will just keep to myself and keep my eyes open then.
So I will move you guys over to Port Nyanzaru map. So it should be loading here soon.
That's
Let me know when you guys have loaded.
I see it.
Yes.
I see
Okay.
a blur.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Oh,
Well,
yeah, that-
it'll load eventually, but you guys are right now located on the what is technically the western side of town because the map is tilted. But we'll go ahead for direction-wise, just make it easy. We can just go with directions northwest, east, south, like normal. So you guys are on the like northeast side of the area, and you guys are technically in the Royal Docks, is what it's located. And what you guys can see right now is a bunch of people kind of loading in and out of ships. You see this gigantic beast of a creature is still to your right. And at this point, it's dipped its head closer to the front of the docks. And you can see people just grabbing gigantic fish and heaving it into the beast's mouth.
yeah, I've not been listening to any of this conversation. I've just been slowly walking towards a giant animal. Impressed.
Okay. Yep. And you do. And as you get there, you just see what I was saying, and it's just this beautiful ancient creature that you really have no idea what it is.
I go give Katie a pat on the back and be like, we should go find some place to sleep and go shopping tomorrow because I need to get out of this armor.
So Tempest walks up to Sylvan. Oh God, I can never remember. Syndra. Sorry guys, I'm just really bad with names. It's just gonna be like this forever. Walks up to Syndra and he's like, "Where can I rest?" And she points out on the map exactly where the Red Bazaar is, and points out exactly where the Thundering Lizard and the House of Repose is. Tempest then kind of turns around to you. He says, "Well, which one?"
The rest would be at the House of Repose.
Oh no, I'd say the Thundering Lizard. Sounds way more fun.
Aye, and I could probably get a drink there.
Yes, exactly.
Um,
Find us a good table and reserve it for us, please.
I'd
DM,
much rather
do I
go to the
see-
House of Repose.
DM,
Where-
do I see any other half orcs? Because we see a lot of creatures that's not common in Waterdeep. Would I stick out if we went somewhere more?
Well,
class?
you guys as a group stick out like a sore thumb. Every single person that you see is dressed in a bluish white robe with gold accoutrements and accoutrements, not accoutrements, and just kind of lining on their clothes. And you notice that everybody is very well dressed and very well kept, clean. As you guys are all sweating your asses off, they are almost accustomed to this, and they are extremely clean and pristine. Everybody is extremely dark skinned from the constant sun here. But yeah, you guys stick out like a sore thumb, every single one of you.
I don't know what you guys deal in life is, but I've not always been welcome at finer places, so I vote for the Lizard.
Don't worry, Bax. You roll with me now, and I'm welcome everywhere.
And then Tempest begins to just walk off towards the
I follow Tempest.
Thundering Lizard.
Bye.
Is there anyone else that would prefer the House of Repose?
I
Just
can go
me.
there,
Nice.
yes.
You're welcome to go to the House of Repose by yourself. You don't need to necessarily go with everybody else if you'd like.
If anyone wants to join me.
I would, yes.
Okay.
I mean, you are the one carrying our money.
No, I just split the money to you all.
Oh,
No, she is carrying his money technically right now.
Oh,
I'm carrying his money.
Yeah, you got
So-
100 gold.
So it's like, yeah.
All right, so you guys begin to make your way down towards the Red Bazaar, where the Thundering Lizard and the House of Kaya's House of Repose are currently located. As you guys make your way down, you again are just berated with all this beautiful color and just seemingly happiness throughout the streets. To your left, you can see the docks are just kind of gradually getting smaller and smaller, but you begin seeing all these stacks of crates, and you can assume that these are kind of where the mercantile trade for overseas kind of gathers. So these huge crates, and you see a large lizard, again, a large lizard-like creature with a gigantic crest across its head, bone-like crest, with 3 gigantic horns sticking out of its face, and it has again these straps stuck to it, and it's pulling, and you can see it's like lifting a large box up and then moving it over and then placing it down on top of another stack of boxes. You begin moving again towards the fish market, and you start getting a sense of like all these just ridiculously strong scents. But you also start getting a scent that is sweet and fruit-like smelling, tropical fruit smells. And you begin to enter the Red Bazaar. The Red Bazaar is full of people. You can see many people just trying to do trade there. Everybody you can see locals there, and you can even start seeing fellow adventurers, people who are basically sticking out like a sore thumb, just like yourselves. They don't match the local people, but you see a lot of people doing trade, and you even see like 2 merchants like grabbing onto a like some textile of some sort and pulling it, and like they're yelling at each other in some language that you don't understand. You hear it, but it's like a series of like clicks and whistling, and it's very African in nature, like the South African language. I forgot what Zimbabwe is. I forgot what it was, but basically it's the same style where they click and whistle as they speak, and it's almost musical in nature, and it's beautiful. But you have no idea what they're saying as they yell at each other and scream. But they just eventually one of them pulls it away, and you make your way towards the Thundering Lizard, and you guys can split off at this point. As you guys who are going to the Thundering Lizard approach it, you see a large, oversized skull that is bigger than your entire bodies, encompassing the doorway, and it kind of juts out, and you can see the large teeth kind of hanging off from the top, and you see the large eye sockets. It's some sort of huge lizard creature, the skull of it, and it encompasses the doorway, and you have to walk through it in order to go inside.
Oh, this is amazing. You sure you don't want to stay here with me? And
Very sure.
oh, come on. This will be...
I would prefer to explore the city while I am still sober.
Yes, but we're not going to stay here. We're going to reserve a room, and then we'll go explore the city.
So you guys enter the Thundering Lizard, and then we cut off to both Cecilia and Kalimbar. You guys continue onward a little bit more. It's just kind of like around the corner. As you're walking down the streets, you guys are basically around here at this point.
Where?
I'm pinging it. It's like towards the south.
Ah, yeah, got it.
You begin to look over to your left, and you see a gigantic, beautiful building. And it's this huge, almost dome-like structure that is completely covered in what looks like gold. Just a shining gold that is gleaming in the sunlight. This big dome kind of thing is up on what looks like just basically a gigantic cliffside. It's probably a good like 50 feet off the ground, and you see a large bridge structure that kind of crosses overhead and onto past you towards another large building structure. But it's just beautiful to kind of
to the west or to the north?
Gaze at.
On the map?
This right here is what they're seeing. This gigantic building right here
To the north.
is the big gold structure.
Well, that It's beautiful. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Cecilia? It's my favorite color.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So you guys continue to the House of Repose. And as you continue to the House of Repose, you're met with this really pretty establishment. You see it's made of what looks like a stucco material. It's a very flat material that you see, and it has wood beams that stick out of it in parts. And as you walk up, you can see it has a nice little overhang that has the cloth kind of waving in the wind. And the entryway is actually just a series of different pieces of cloth as you enter. And you can tell that they're very nice. They're almost like silk-like material, just a little bit heavier. And you walk in, I assume.
Would you like to reserve a room already?
I think that would be nice. This seems like a good place.
Alright, I'm gonna walk in.
Cooler,
Get 2 rooms.
Okay, so I'll say you walk in and then we'll cut back. So you guys walk in and we'll cut back to the Thundering Lizard. So as you enter the Thundering Lizard, you guys are met with a bit of music that is no longer the market, but you hear a bit of lovely tavern music going on. And you can see this place is packed full. You see a lot of Choltians, people that are dressed in, again, that kind of same blue and light tan material. But you do see a lot of people who are not dressed like that. This is more along the lines of where all the adventurers who come out here to seek guts and glory and everything along the lands of Cholt. They've come here to kind of just relax and hang out. It is packed full of people, like I said, and you can see the waitress is making her way through, and it's a human, a woman, Choltian, just kind of making her way through the crowd with the glasses of beer above her head, and she makes her way to a table, slams them down, and then continues on. This is basically what you see, just a bunch of group, and you see in the corner, you see another little minstrel of tabaxi bards who are just kind of keeping everybody entertained.
Ah, great, great, great. Embrace the atmosphere, my friends. So, how many rooms will we be needing? Do you two share a room? Do you two share a room?
Yeah, that's cheaper.
How about you, big man? Tempest, do you want to share a room with me?
Oh, I'm Tempest.
Share a room with me? He's not here at the moment.
I'm like, is anybody gonna answer? No.
Yeah, you.
Tempest is like, I don't care. Whatever.
Alright, you can bunk with me, blue man.
He's like, I prefer staying outside, but doesn't look like that's an option here, so whatever.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit too hot to sleep outside.
The heat doesn't bother me.
Very well.
And you can see his hair is still kind of waving, as if there's wind, but there's no wind.
Alright. I'll walk up to the counter and is there a bell or some sort I can ding?
There's absolutely no bell. There is. You know what? You know what there is?
Yeah.
There is a bell that says ring for service.
Yeah.
And the little like rope that was attached to it is torn off and laying down underneath it.
Perfect. I minor illusion the sounds of a bell ringing.
You see like a couple people like next to you kind of like turn to you and like look at you, but then like turn around again.
I just smile at them. I just smile at them and wait expectantly.
So about 5 minutes passes and nobody's really coming up to you, and then finally one person you can see behind the bar kind of looks at you like, oh, and she goes, do you need anything?
Yes, hello. I will need 2 rooms, please.
Right, that'd be 5 silver pieces apiece.
Alright, how long are we staying? A week?
Well, probably just a night.
Let's
Just
start
tonight?
with the night and then see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be here longer, I say. I'd like to explore the city a little. Not every day you get to be in Cholt, you know.
I'll say at this moment, Safi, you are sitting in the corner, kind of just drinking and hanging out for the day, maybe looking at one of your maps or kind of looking over something. And you hear this ringing over in the corner as you look over, but you don't see any bells, but you kind of look over and you see a group of people that look very out of place here. Much like yourself.
Having a bit of trouble here. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I sort of look just over the rim of my giant glass of cider, and you know, I don't come up to you guys yet, but I'm trying to follow what's going on there.
Sure, no problem.
Are you going
so
for the mouse, Steve? Just no description whatsoever.
Wait, we haven't seen her yet.
So,
We haven't spotted her.
yeah. No, you guys haven't seen her. She saw you. So as you guys are all standing there, she comes back and she brings you 2 keys, slams them on the table.
Perfect. I'll
Would that
take
be- oh.
2 rooms for, let's say 4 days to start with.
4 days.
Were we in a time? 1 day. Alan, we were in a hurry.
Yes, but we will need to make time for preparations and everything. Plus, I have things to do in the city as well, so... 4
Preparation
days.
can be 1 day, wizard.
3 days.
Let it be.
3 days.
3 days.
1
That
day.
would be 30 silver pieces.
I'll agree to 3 days if
Dude.
you pay.
Okay, deal.
What is going on? How long are you staying?
3 days.
1 day.
3 days. And I just put 3 gold on the table. There. 3 days.
Good. She grabs it and like puts it into like a cup that's like right next to her, and then passes you the 2 room
Alright.
keys.
And I'll give the key to Bax and I say 3 days and I give it to you.
We can always leave beforehand.
Look, if you want early checkout, it's no problem. Just give back the keys.
There we go.
There.
I
Not
just
our
look
way.
at the room key, look at the lady, and be like, where do I go?
Hey, put that chair down!
Well, obviously, the rooms are upstairs.
Yes, they're upstairs.
There we go. Alright,
You can't
have a
miss
good
it. Just
day,
follow
sir.
the signs.
Have a
Sir,
good day, sir.
I'm a ma'am.
Have a good day, madam.
Get out of here.
Upstairs.
With a facial mask
Find
and
the room.
everything, it's hard to see.
Pulling a bob.
You see a couple of people like laughing next to you,
Yeah, I have definitely noticed you guys now.
Yeah.
and she immediately like slaps like one of the people that were laughing next to you like in the head. She's like, "Shut up, Bill."
Is Bill a lady as well?
Like,
Bill is
yeah,
not a
we
lady.
can just-
Bill is very much a man. He's actually quite a large guy. He's just like a huge guy that's just drinking.
Yeah, I left. I went upstairs and found the room.
Okay, so you guys can go upstairs or you can do something else in the bar.
Yeah, I'll just like look out at the crowd.
Okay, so you look
As
around
she's looking
and
out, I'm just waving it excitedly and pointing at empty chairs at my
Oh,
table.
look. Someone is waving at us, Tempest. You must be giving us a drink.
Oh shit!
And I walk over. And I go, hello.
all right, so
Hi.
before the conversation starts, we'll cut back over real quick to Kaya's House of Repose.
Yeah, okay.
So you guys enter the Kaya's House of Repose, and this is what you hear. So it is very much more relaxing area, almost spa-like. You walk inside, and you see long chairs with cushions, with people, a person laying down. You don't see it's crowded. You see maybe 2 or 3 people in this large central area, and you see a person kind of waving a large banana leaf over top of them. You see a small fountain kind of in the center of this area as decoration. And you do see someone kind of behind the the desk area, there is an area that is in the back that does have a person sitting behind it. And as you enter, she immediately takes note of it, and she stands up and kind of with her hands in front of her, she looks over at you and she bows and she says, "Welcome."
Thanks. I'd like a room, please.
I can see that. Not from around here, are you?
We are not
No.
large travelers.
She says, "Welcome to Kaya's House of Repose. If you are to be looking for a room, it will be 1 gold piece per day."
That is fine. I'd like 3 days, please.
Fine.
2 rooms.
Per room? Okay, excellent. So 6 gold pieces total.
Fine.
And she
Are you
states,
handing over 3 or 6 gold?
Six.
Okay.
okay, so you pay for him.
You're welcome.
I clearly appreciate that. You can see the smile lighting up my elf face.
You do see, give me 1 second. Let me load this up. You do see, again, like I said, this place is completely like immaculate compared to the rest of everywhere that's been shown so far. Let me find it. My apologies.
I must admit, Aiden knows how to party, but this place is much more to my taste.
I agree.
You guys see a like half spiral staircase off to your right. There is when you look over to the entryway, again, all these entryways are doorless on this floor, and you can see they are curtained with these beautiful sheer-like cloth, and each in different colors, mostly light blues around here. And you do see like a dining area, you see a bar, you see an area for restrooms. You even see behind the bar, behind the station that the woman was at to begin with. You see a large opening, and above it you see the word theater.
That looks interesting.
Right.
What would you like
Maybe
to do?
there's a show going on. I'd like to see what my room looks like in a bit, and I'm going to ask the cleric her name.
You'll ask the cleric her name?
Yes.
Yeah,
Her name is Kala.
Kala.
Yep, Kala.
Okay, Kala, could you tell me, is there any fun show going on in the theater one of these days?
Absolutely. Actually, tomorrow morning, time probably around 11 or 12, we should be having a show.
Okay, what about?
It's actually just a musical show, but it is a grandiose event. We have many guests that come from around the world to visit the actual people that come in. They are world renowned.
I'm sorry, what
What-
exactly is this theater? I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, dear. Theater itself is a long drawn, has a history of wonderful things where people reenact events in history. They sing, dance. Theater is defined as many things, but it is a wonderful place.
How much would admission be?
Actually, admission is free to people who stay here. If they do not stay here, it will be 50 silver pieces. Or, what is it? 5 silver pieces. My apologies.
All right. I talked to Kalambar. If anything, getting to know the locals and getting to know this city, going to a theater where lots of people will attend is probably the best way to go.
I wonder what their songs sound like here. And their people, how they behave. It
Yeah.
sounds like a nice place to go.
Exactly.
Would you like any
Now we-
food or drinks?
I'll have some food taken up to my room in a moment.
Of
If that
course.
would be possible, I'd like that as well.
Sure. Would you like the local meats and alcoholic beverages, or what kind of drinks would you prefer?
I just prefer some ale, but I'll take the local food.
Local sounds marvelous, yes.
Unfortunately, we do not have ale here, as the trade for alcohol is not so popular. But we do create our own. We make our own called tej. It is much like the alcohol that you know, but much sweeter, using our local fruits as ingredients.
Sweet is good.
I'll have some of that then.
Very well. Tej and food.
Thank you. I'd like to reserve 2 spots for the theater,
Of course.
if possible.
Absolutely.
There may be more people attending, but
Well, if the theater is not full, they can easily buy a ticket as soon as they enter.
very well. Thank you.
If you need to bathe or anything, amenities are also provided.
Wonderful.
That's yeah, great. I'm gonna take you up on that. I need a bath. Oh my god, it's so warm.
You make your way upstairs and find your rooms that way.
Thank you, Kana.
So, you guys make your way up to the rooms, and we cut back to the Thundering Lizard.
Hello.
So, yeah, Aelin, you walk up.
Hello.
I-
Are you offering us a chair and a drink and a conversation?
I can do 2 out of 3, but I'm really broke.
Good. A chair and a drink it is. And I pull up the chair and I sit down.
Okay, so what you see... Can you guys still hear me when I go?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. We saw. We heard you say what you see.
Hang on. Okay, now I'm back.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is being really weird right now.
I can show everybody your token as well.
Oh, there you guys are. Okay, fine. Sure. So yeah, that's what you guys see. It's female human with like a big mess of hair and eyes open in slightly too wide. Like I look like a cross basically between 90s Bjork and overly attached girlfriend.
That's not specific at all.
Oh my god.
I have
Lovely.
leather armor and there's weird little things and trinkets tied to it all over. I've got glasses up on my forehead. My hair is in 2 messy buns and I'm holding my drink with 2 hands and looking at all of you excitedly. So, are you guys new here too?
Yes, we just teleported here.
Wow,
I know.
teleported.
I know. We are that powerful. Worry. We're not hostile.
Tempest rolls his eyes and he goes upstairs.
Alright, bye.
Yeah, I already
Well,
left. I'm not there, so it's cool.
Am I the only one there, or is Katie there too?
No,
Is the other one from my
Katie is
own
still
unit?
there, along with you.
I'm just standing indecisively in the middle of the room, just like, what should I do?
Yep.
I'm just looking at her and I scoot the chair back and I say, hey, sorry. No?
So,
My friends, they're a little bit shy.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm Safi and I wave at Aelin and I wave at Katie in the background.
I take her hands and I kiss it and I'm like, hello, I am Aelin Jones.
I'm really sweaty. You're going to regret that.
You may have heard of me if you are from Waterdeep.
at that
I
point,
am. That's a very Waterdeep thing to do. That makes a lot of sense, and I have not. But
Alright.
I mean, it's not too late. So just
Yeah.
I
that
just
point, yeah.
stop talking halfway through and just look awkward and take another big gulp of my.
At that point, I'm gonna go over, sit down, and say, yeah, sorry, nobody knows him.
She's
It's
just
just a thing.
joking.
I
She
turned to her
is
and I like,
joking.
oh, thank God! I thought it was me and I was supposed to.
In the correct
That's a
circle,
relief.
knows.
Oh, Aelin, you broke
Aelin,
up there.
You're cutting out.
In the correct circles, everyone knows me.
Oh yeah, I try to avoid the correct
In this circle, me,
circles.
myself, and I.
They're yeah.
No. So I am Aelin Jones. This is Katie Becker, and
Hey,
you
Katie.
are Safi.
Hey.
Safi Boas, that's... You may have heard of me, maybe not in Waterdeep though, but you know, there are some people who've heard of me.
Regrettably,
technically.
I have not.
Well,
Are you-
at least we're on equal footing then, I guess.
Yes, that is true.
Aelin, you forgot to introduce the most important person.
Who?
Larry.
Yes, but Larry is poofed out at the moment. I will need.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh
I
no,
will
your
need to
friend
recall
died?
him.
I'm
Don't
very
worry,
sorry
I
for
can
your
get him
loss.
back. Oh no, it's okay. He's just in another dimension at the moment.
I mean, if that helps you get through it, I guess he is.
I'm sorry, I forgot that part.
Oh, don't worry. I just need some incense and I can get him back.
That's
We
right,
shall go
that's
get-
the spirit.
Yes. Maybe you can help me. Do you know your way around the city?
Absolutely not, but that doesn't mean I can't try.
Well, if you do fire with incense and stuff like that, let me know. So tell me, what is your purpose here in Nyanzaru?
What, life? Just generally? Or specifically now?
Well, generally.
Do you mean like my purpose in life? We'll debate that. I think I'm not ready to enter into with someone I literally just met.
How long have you been here?
No. Yes.
Oh, I just arrived yesterday. I didn't teleport or anything fancy like that. I just went on a ship. It was great. They taught me songs. It was amazing.
How quaint. We've been on a ship for a week as well.
A week? Oh, I was only there for 3 days. Mine smelled great. It was a spice ship. I thought you teleported. Where did your ship come from?
Yes. Well, we teleported here, but we left from Waterdeep to fight a big evil lich.
No way.
Yes, we're just that powerful. Yeah, I know. We're just
I am
going
so
around.
glad to have met you. Because
Yes,
that is
yes.
exactly the type of group of people that I needed to.
Oh, really?
Yes, if you want, we can do like a job interview right now because I need to find a group to hang with because I need
Of
money
course.
and
Of
I'm not
course.
really good at finding it by myself. I
Well.
think you'll find that I'm a go-getter with lots of grit and a can-do attitude, and I think that together we can get a whole bunch of stuff done. And
I think we can make a very profitable relationship.
Aya,
I don't know about that, but I can definitely, get a job with you guys.
Aya, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
A perception check.
Who?
Aya, sorry, Bax.
Um,
As you kind of wandered off during their conversation. You've taken a special interest in the minstrels as they play.
Oh, I thought you went to your room.
yeah, I thought so too.
Oh, I thought you wandered off into the middle. No, you know
No,
what? I mixed you and Katie up. Katie was in the middle.
No, yeah,
Nope,
I walked
I
up and
left.
sat down.
Okay, so Katie, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
No, I sat down like a while ago.
Right, but still go ahead and roll that
alright,
perception check,
alright, sure.
as you were kind of separated at first.
Okay, sure. Perception?
Yep, perception.
25.
Holy shit! I don't even know why I have you roll anymore.
Time.
That's
What
twice
should
that your
have the
perception.
perception. That's
Right?
gonna be high.
There, like I have a +6 to perception.
There we go.
I rolled a 19. So.
All right.
Nice.
So as you guys are conversing, Katie, you notice out of the corner of your eye a very kind of short but stout man approaching the table. and he kind of like interrupts almost and slams his glass on the table. He's like, "How are ya?" And you can look at him, and when you see him, he's missing an arm completely, and a scratch is across his face. 3 large scars go from like the top of his face almost all the way to the bottom. He goes, not the normal adventurers here, are ya?
I'm sorry, sir. Do I know you?
No.
We're having a job interview at the moment.
Ah, it's perfect you say that. My name is Hugh, and I'm here for the job.
And what job exactly would that be?
Oh,
Takes
I
a-
think I read about this guy.
Big swig out of the glass, and he goes, "You read about me, dear."
Yes, I did. Someone else left like a review.
Oh, don't trust the reviews.
I'm trying to find what it said.
You hear it from the horse's mouth, yeah? You can
I
always
think she
trust
had
a
a
dwarf.
name, but
Don't worry about whatever you heard or read, whatever. My name, again, is Hugh. Fearless I am. There's no dragon, beast, or undead horror that scares me. You want a guide who runs away at the first sign of danger? No, not I. You want a dwarf, and I'm the toughest dwarf around. He takes another swig of his beer, his tej, and he kind of scratches the stump.
I'm sorry, sir, but we're not looking for a guide at the moment. But I'll let you know. If you leave your details, and I'll let you know if we have a position opening up.
Well,
Fine.
we do need a guide, but not immediately, like
There you go. See? Look. As normal, we all expect a little bit of gold out of it. So, I charge 5 gold coins a day and expect about a 30-day payment up front.
5 golden coins a day.
You won't find any cheaper, I bet it.
That's
Best coin you'll ever spend.
I'll take out a piece of paper and an ink ball and say, "Right, sir, please. If you can write down your details here and how to contact you, and we will contact you if we."
He holds up his mug and he's like,
I will write his name, don't worry, and I take the quill and I just write you. So,
Okay, he will
where we
be
may
your
contact
secretary
you?
and write down how to contact
Oh
you.
no,
Good.
I'm not
Hugh.
secretary.
you can also write down that I fought a red dragon by myself and I
Yeah.
came and survived it.
Okay.
What a red dragon.
Hugh Hackenstone.
Dragon, yes.
Yeah, Hugh Hackenstone.
Okay, Hugh
Is that with 3
Hackenstone.
silent Q's or 2?
It's no silent Q's. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Just know that I know every gorge and crevice here in Chult.
Okay. Known with crevices.
And
Yes.
nooks. Was it nooks too, or only crevices?
No nooks. No nooks.
Crannies.
Yes.
Crannies I know. Nooks, no I don't.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Crannies.
No nooks.
Okay.
No nooks.
Yes. No.
that is a drawback.
nooks.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Anything else?
Yep, no, he's like, nope, that's it. And he kind
How-
of takes a drink
how
and
will we
wipes
contact you
the
then?
foam off.
Yes. How can we contact you?
Well, I'll be around here.
Find you here?
Yeah, I'll always be here. This is my point of employment.
Perfect.
He
We will
burps.
be in contact soon and tell you good or bad news.
Well, I hope it's good news. Don't go with anybody else.
We all do, sir. Have a lovely night.
We'll see. We have a long line of interested people in our job offering,
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to make it out alive, choose old Hugh. And then he kind of takes his drink and then walks away. And you can see him walking to a couple tables later. He's like, "Hey, my name is Hugh," and he does the same spiel.
I just
That
look
was
at you
it.
like what? What?
Well, Syndra said we needed a guide if we're going out into the jungle.
Oh, if that's a guide you need, there's a whole bunch of them over on the board there. They all have notes and everything.
Oh, that's handy.
Yep, you
I
guys.
know, right?
She points over, and like just overhead of everybody, you can see on one of the walls there is a small board about 2 or 3 feet wide of paper that has been pinned or hammered into the wall there.
I didn't look at all of them yet, but there's one who doesn't even ask a fee if you help her retrieve something that she lost. It's something about Terrafolk and a fire-fingered thing. Sounds
Firefinger,
really
and
interesting.
I light up my fingers with the
I clap.
firebolts. See? Firefinger, easy.
There's a lot of alcohol in here. Maybe no open flame.
You hear
I
from
cover my
you hear
mouth.
from across the bar. You hear no magic.
I just go, what?
Note to self, no magic.
Oh,
That
that's
was-
preposterous.
To you.
Ooh, but try to make it come from the other side of the room.
Say, now that we're on the subject, lady, you told me you didn't know any magic, and yet you were shooting ice at people.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
You don't know you conjured an ice knife.
An ice knife?
Yes, that's a spell I can do as well. I've learned it. You shoot ice at people and it explodes. You did so.
Yeah. I felt it. I don't know where that came from.
Aha. That's strange. Do you have any magic, Safi?
Near what?
Magic.
No. You're trying to make me feel self-conscious. I have lots of things I can do.
No,
Don't put this pressure on me, man. I can't do
any.
I can't do everything all at the same time.
I apologize for being rude, maybe.
Okay, well maybe if you pay for my drink, I'll gloss over it this time.
You were paying for the drink.
No,
Or if I pay for yours and then you pay for mine, and then we're even.
Oh no, don't pay for his. It's expensive.
Yes, well, I'll order us a round of drink, sure.
So you guys spend the rest of
Kind of
the
fun.
evening kind of talking and conversing to each other, finding out little thises and that's about each other. But the crowd begins to die down, and the noise kind of lowers, and the nighttime kind of embraces everybody. Over at Kaya's House of Repose, you guys enter your rooms, and they are just luxurious rooms. They are the princess-style sheets that come up over the bed in a circular fashion that drape down with these large insect-like catcher kind of see-through material. But the beds are covered with a very fine material. And you notice that there are no windows per se, but there are kind of like small slits, about 3 or 4 small slits that kind of line the room. The whole room itself, though, is immaculate, and it has like, a potted plant in the corner and very luxurious looking paintings on the walls. But the windows themselves, you can tell that they kind of do this because of the weather, the temperate weather. They don't want the rain to enter in or anything like that with the windows. So they keep these little small openings up to cool down the room, yet keep the rain out.
This looks beautiful. Wow. I'm happy I chose this place.
Um,
In the room over, Kalimber's doing this tiny little dance of joy. So far away from home.
I see it. I'm probably gonna check out the bathhouse and wash up after the terrible things that we did in the basement, and then with the lich, and then sweating. So I feel very, very, very gross.
Yep.
I'm
And
gonna wash
as
that off.
you go towards the bathhouse, and the bathhouse is a very private affair, as each kind of room is separated from the rest. And each room that you see, you enter, and it has a servant kind of just standing there with towels at the ready, and you see a large wooden a bathtub basically that has a metal ring that kind of surrounds it, and a warm bath has been prepared for anybody that kind of walks in, and they continuously keep it warm by some means. And as you enter it, he as it's a male servant, he bows at you, and he offers you a towel.
I take the towel and I just do the whole bath routine.
Yeah, he exits the room just out of courtesy, and he offers you in regards. He offers you some incense, and he offers you candles and everything that you need if you wanted to be a better sensation while you bathe.
I kindly try. I try to kindly decline him.
And he's totally fine with it. He, of course, he is just like, of course, no issue.
Okay, great. And then, yeah, just leave me be and...
Right, and then just, undress and relax.
Yes.
Kalimbar, what do you
Let
do?
my hair down, finally.
Let your hair down. Excellent, okay.
Yeah, ponytail out, hair like down there.
Kalimbar's going to sit down and pray for a little while, see if anything comes to him, and he'll notice his wounds are rapidly healing. As he just gets these nice images of a warm hearth at home, or a rose flowering from barren ground. He's just smiling as he just let it comes over him. Then when he's done meditating, he'll clean up.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, you guys basically spend the rest of the night pampering and getting cleaned up and ready for the next day. I'll say, go ahead. Did
As
you have
for the
anything
next
that you wanted?
day, or I'm not sure what time we're at right now, but if there's still time, no, I'll say after I went to bed. No, yeah, the next morning I would like to go to the other inn. Where
Okay, so we'll cut at you guys falling asleep,
Yeah.
because we're gonna go to the other side real quick. Thundering Lizard, you guys have been talking for a while now, and a few drinks in, obviously for many of you. Aya, you make your way upstairs, and it is your normal, average, everyday inn. When it comes to the amenities, there is a bed, there is a small clutch, or a small, basically, cabinet for personal goods. But other than that, you do see, again, the walls are made of stucco, still, as most of the buildings here are, and they do have those little small slits that kind of separate the room. It's homely, but it is what it is.
I go in and put all my armor in the corner, and I take all the gold that I have, and I try and just put it in, some in the bra and some in some pockets, so I don't have it all in one coin purse at my belt. I still leave maybe 10, 15 gold in the purse, but everything else is just scattered in a boot and all of the places.
Awesome. Okay.
I sit down on the edge of the bed.
And when you place the coins on you, it feels glorious because each coin is kind of cold, and you kind of I needed this.
And I take all my heavy warm armor and my winter blanket that's in my backpack, and just pull out all of this winter gear and put it in a corner, and I'm like, I need to do something about this tomorrow. Sit on the edge of the bed, take out my long braid and undo it, find my little scroll case that I have, and start writing a letter for my dad, because what's her name with the silver mask?
Syndra.
Sindra said that she would take letters home to the family. and just kind of wait for Katie to come back and maybe just have a talk with her when she comes back. There's a lot of shit happened today.
So we move back downstairs, and again, like I had said previously, the night has taken hold, and many of the people have gone home. The house, or not the house, the Thundering Lizard has essentially kind of lowered in tone, and now you kind of just hear distant murmurs as people finish off their drinks for the night. What are you guys doing?
Wait,
Well-
did we divide the gold up yet? I forgot.
Yes, we did. 100 gold apiece.
Are you just talking about this right in
No,
front
no,
of me?
no. That was
No,
with
no.
it. I forgot if we divided it up.
Yeah, I suppose we just had a few drinks, not too much. Just a
What
little.
are we actually doing tomorrow?
So, we are going to search for some supplies, get some stuff out of the way, maybe go talk to this person, and find some information.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll say, just because you've been here for as much time as you have, Safi, that is it Safi or Safi?
Safi.
Safi. Okay. So Safi, as long as you've been here, I mean, you haven't been here much longer, but the fact that you've been here kind of listening to people and knowing people, you've also known that if you want to help gather information, there are also other areas other than the 7 merchants and the local mercantile areas. There are places of worship all around the city. There are actually 4 different places of worship, and each one of them holding possible information for whatever you need.
Hey guys, if it's information you're after, you could just go to one of the temples.
Is there a library here?
Is there a library here?
Roll to see if you would have seen it or heard about it. You would have to roll a perception check to see if you would have heard somebody talking about it.
Eight.
8, unfortunately, yeah, no, you would have just heard what I told you.
I have no idea, but we could ask the guy at the desk. Is it a guy?
Yeah,
Is it a
yeah.
lady?
It's a lady. It's a lady.
Yeah, Aelin, fuck that.
But I don't see gender, Katie.
Literally,
No.
he's just blind.
No, I kid. She had some sort of mask thingy on, and I didn't see. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We forgive you. Safi, would you take
Yeah.
us to the place of worship you talked about tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Does that mean I'm hired?
Let's
Let's
say
say it's a test run.
Yes, perfect. Excellent choice of words.
Okay, awesome. I can do that.
You
Yeah,
have
sure.
Oh,
you
sorry,
have
sorry.
survived the drinking test.
Yeah, that's the.
Have I though?
I don't know. You're
Well,
not under or over the table yet, so I guess.
All
Double
right.
success. Awesome.
So
yes.
you guys,
But-
you guys
but
talk it
I'll
out.
Have to, yeah, I have to go to bed now. So let's tomorrow at after breakfast. Let's meet up and do some
Exploration.
searching.
Perfect. Have a good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Safi, I'll say that you had purchased the second night stay as well.
Okay, cool.
And I'll head up to Bax.
Okay. Bax,
Hey, another drink?
No.
Bax,
well.
she makes her way up to you.
Oh yeah.
So today happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry about that ice. I didn't know I could do that, and I did not know it would hit you. I just
I'm good about the ice. I'm worried. You didn't have any accidents. Do you think it was just the one time?
I don't know. It's just I don't know if you noticed, but it kind of happened when you almost went down, but not. It's like you got stuck halfway through. I don't know.
I've been thinking that maybe you should try and meditate. I don't know if you have a god that you would pray to, but when I want to talk to my god, I sit down and focus. And maybe that can help you.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll try the meditating, but I don't really know any gods.
Well, anyway, I've been trying to write a letter to my father, and I think we should give them to I forgot her name already again.
Syndra.
Syndra.
You've got dungeon master brain right now. Like that's for sure. Every time.
So we can give them tomorrow, so she can send a letter home, and
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
write one for your family too.
Of course, I'll do that. I meant to do that too.
And then I really need to get something other than this armor.
Yes.
I really hope there is a House of Ilmar here, so I can just go ask him what to do.
Go ask who?
Ilmater.
Ah, of course. Yeah. You think he'll answer?
I don't know, but if I don't ask, I will never get an answer.
That's true. We met somebody down in the inn thing. She's
You
gonna
did?
show us to a place of worship where they have a lot of information or something tomorrow after breakfast.
What's her name?
Safi.
Zafi. Was she the human that I saw wavering when I left?
Yeah, that was.
Cool. Is she like the wizard?
No, thankfully.
Well, I'll meet her tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll meet her tomorrow.
I'll just sit down next to you and write my own letter.
You guys hear a banging on the wall next to you. Keep it down!
Does it sound like Tempest?
It sounds like Tempest.
I just give him a knock back. Good night.
I just start making it like some what's it called? Not noise, but like a lead. What's it called?
Rhythmic, a song?
Just gonna.
Oh, Tempest,
Exactly.
we're having a knocking contest, and I start banging on the door.
Oh my god, go to sleep!
Oh,
Yeah, it was an eventful day.
That it was.
All right, so you guys finish up your conversation and go to sleep for the night. Everybody can go ahead and raise all your hit points back up to max now. Tempest actually goes back up to his normal hit points now, hit point max, including his level up. And you guys are now officially level 2. So
Is
we
there
will take.
not like a button you can press and be like long rest?
I believe there is, but I don't know where it's at. I don't use Roll20 that much like on character sheets, so I believe there is though. I just don't remember where it is. I think even like the DM might even have to do it. I don't remember.
Well, you're the DM. Go look.
I know, right? I can't tell you. No.
No.
I mean,
I'll
to
just
be
raise
honest,
it.
long rest. All you do is get your spells back and get max health. So, we will take a 5 to 10 minute break though, so that way you guys can go to the restroom, get your things going, and also kind of think of what you want to do for the next day. All right, guys, we'll be back here in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna put some music on, and we should be good to go.
My Roll20 just crashed.
Perfect timing.
Aw, too bad.
Hi.
I can actually prepare another spell. That's good to know.
Oh yeah, spells. Shit. How do you add spells to the thing in Roll20?
You can just press the plus button when you go to the spell sheet.
The
You can,
spells?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And there you have the plus, and then you can add a new spell.
Oh, okay, but then can I like search them, or do I have to write
I don't
everything?
know, I just write everything down.
If you go on the main page of the Roll20, you have like the chat box and the thing where you found your character sheet, and then there's the I button. And if you go under the I button and then search, most of the spells are there. Not all of them, but most of them.
Is there then a thing where you can like say add or something, or do
Yeah,
I-
yeah. Then you just drag it onto your character sheet.
Ah, okay.
Whoa, who's breathing into the mic? Oh, thanks. That was like. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally moved my mic.
Right.
You guys are gonna watch the Oscars tonight?
No.
Yogg's cast. What are they doing?
Oh yeah, I watch them normally. I watch the VOD from High Roller.
No, the Oscars.
Oh, the Oscars.
Okay.
I was like, Yogg's cast?
Yeah, I heard Yorkscast as well.
No, I'm not gonna watch the
Oscars.
No, I have religion class starting at 8:15 in the morning. I'm not gonna watch.
Yeah, no.
Fun.
I don't know, cause I don't have television, so I don't know how to watch it.
Then don't.
Yeah, but I watched all the movies, so I was in on what's happening.
I'm sure there's a live stream or something.
But there's not
Probably.
even a host. Why would you
Yeah.
waste 4 hours of your life watching something without a host?
Cause you know me, if it's movie stuff, I'm there.
Yeah, true.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that changes on the day. I went to see The Green Book the other day. That was pretty good. If there's a movie I always return to, I always return to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like, I can watch those every day if I need to.
Yeah, those are my favorite for when I'm sick.
Yeah. I just bought a Gladiator DVD that I'm hoping I'm gonna watch tomorrow when my dad get here. So, I haven't watched that in ages.
Are you turning it off? Off, okay. Warm enough.
Hey Jake,
Yes.
would I know which 4 houses of worship there are in the city, or just that there are 4?
You can know which ones.
And for you to do as
Are you ready to write them down? Okay. One is the Temple of Savras, Savras. The Temple of
Yep.
Gond, Gond.
Mm-hmm.
The Temple of Sune, Sune. And the Hall of Gold, which worships a god named Waukeen. Waukeen is Waukeen.
That sounds like a
Okay.
fun puzzle.
Right, then I have a question as well, Jake.
Yeah, what's up?
Those 3 juicy spell scrolls.
If you want to spend time with them tonight, you can learn what they are in the morning.
Right, excellent.
I really like this music. Sitting here jamming out.
It sort of reminds me of Donkey Kong in a way.
Yeah,
I
it
know,
does.
right? I know, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't work in Safari.
Well, you're
out.
missing out.
I can't hear it. And I get a little pop-up thing that says this website is using so much memory, so if you want your computer to run smoothly, you should close it. I'm like, it's the only thing that's running.
Start a GoFundMe for a new laptop.
But
So I
this
can
one is
say
pretty new.
indeed.
Like, it's not even 2 years. Maybe
Cool.
it's 2 years, so. I don't know what's with it today. Last time it went fine. I think the upstairs people might be using the internet.
You upstairs.
How
The upstairs
dare
people.
they?
Yeah.
Sue them.
Is that another word for parents?
No, that's people that rent. It's one of those things that moving to the capital and find some place to live that's actually affordable. So I'm living in people's basements.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
All right.
Not literally in a basement, but almost.
No, I'm literally in the basement.
So,
I used to live in a place where the shower was right above the actual toilet. It was really weird.
Okay.
Tiny.
welcome
That
back.
sounds like the first base I lived.
Alright, let's go.
All right. So, as you all lay your heads down to rest, you finally get the rest that you've been so needing over these past few days of travel and combat and new awakenings. Kalimbar, as you lay your head to rest, after saying your prayers and kind of taking off your armor in a ceremonial fashion and falling asleep, darkness. You envision an endless darkness. Suddenly, a bright light appears in front of you. Once distant, now growing in size, fully engulfing you at this point. A golden white light. Suddenly, you're in a room inlaid with golden motifs lining the white walls. Not much going around. You do see generally golden vases inlaid with these beautiful carvings. As you look around, you feel yourself unable to move. And a light, yet again, from one of the white walls shines brightly, almost blinding as you hold your hand to kind of shield your eyes. You don't see a figure. You don't see any kind of humanoid or anything like that, but you have a sense that somebody is in front of you. It moves closer and closer, slowly. But you have a sense of warmth within you. And you feel just good inside of you. And not necessarily from the entity itself, but from the room in general, just around you, you hear, "Hello, Kalimbar. I've been watching you since you were a child. Continue your plight. You will be needed more than you know." And she kind of just...
comforting, I suppose.
Know that I am always watching you. Go now. I will come to you when necessary. And as you look around the room, again, you don't really notice anything, but out of the corner of your eye, you see kind of like a black streak, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yes, you see a black streak of color just like off to your side, and then immediately, as soon as you try to pull your attention away from this color, this black streak takes your attention away. You wake up and it's morning time.
I slept in.
Everybody else, you awake in the morning. Those at Kaya's House of Repose, you awake feeling extremely refreshed. It's a beautiful day, but shit, it's still hot. Even during the night, you feel that temperatures didn't get much better for the day. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to have arranged that I would have gotten some breakfast to my room.
Sure,
I think
no
that
problem.
would be possible in this establishment.
Of course.
And then I'll knock on Kalimbar's door.
When you get your food, they bring up a large plate of like almost like flank steak. This huge just piece of meat that's just like Flintstone style big.
That's my dream.
Yeah, and of course you get your everything else, everything that accompanies that.
Wonderful. I say thank you awkwardly.
And they put their hands in front of them and bow.
I'll finish my meal, at least what I managed to eat. And then I'll head over to Kalimbar. Knock on his door.
Yes, just a moment. I'll put the book away, and I'll come open the door. Without the heavy leather coat I normally wear, just the normal, decent-looking outfit.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was wondering if you thought it would be a good idea to head over to the other inn and get the other people to go see that theater show. Maybe learn a bit about the folk around here.
It does sound like something they might enjoy,
Yeah.
I suppose.
So yeah, maybe we should go and walk over there, and we have till 11, I think. So we should
We should
probably
have
hurry up.
some hours, yes. I'll grab my stuff.
Okay.
I'll see you at the entrance in just a bit.
Okay. As far as my room goes, I'll not have left any of my belongings in my room,
Okay.
so it's all with me.
Yes, same. I want to travel fully prepared
Yes.
for any stupid idea. I mean, creative idea they may have.
Of course.
Of course.
What other ideas would there be? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys make your way downstairs, and again, you're met with quite the sight. It is very beautiful in here and immaculate. It's so clean, everything's spotless.
I feel so good. It's
the-
great. My
the-
hair is looking.
Yeah, The attendant is still sitting at the front desk. You noticed at the front what you didn't notice before, because you entered a certain way and then went straight to a certain direction. Standing next to the door, you see two large minotaur-like creatures, very tall, about 7 feet tall, each having these gigantic horns with decorated golden rings around them with kind of divots or rivets along it. And you see them dressed very very fancy, almost like, which is quite the sight to see. But you can see that they're very poised and just kind of standing there, not making any noise, and it's just something you see. And you see him bow his head. He's
okay. That's intimidating, but cool. Cool, yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Wait, there's just one more thing. I'll need to quickly have a word with Carla. Just.
I'll wait by the door.
Yes, do you need help?
Well, I had this beautiful dream last night, and I was wondering if there are any special, places of worship here, holy sites close by?
Yes, there are many. 4, as a matter of fact. Is there anything in particular you're looking for when it comes to worship?
Anyone associated with, I don't know, it was beautiful, gold and white. Just, I don't know.
Oh, well, if you're talking of gold, we do have the large area that you can see directly outside. I don't know if you saw it on your way in. It's called the Hall of Gold. They, of course, they worship the god Wakuin there. He focuses mostly on trade and wealth, though. I assume that's not what you mean when you ask, though.
Not exactly, no.
And she kind of looks you over and she's like, the Temple of Sune may be best for you. They tend to worship a goddess there that focuses mostly on cleanliness and love and beauty.
I will see if my path takes me there. I'll get some general directions and then head to Cecilia.
Yep, she kind of points the way out, and Cecilia's just kind of waiting outside for you. And those bouncers are just kind of standing there, and they move out of the way as soon as you walk in.
All right, yeah, we make our way to the inn that they're at.
Sure. Okay. So you go ahead and walk towards the other area where the Thundering Lizard is, and you can see the marketplace. Even though it's early, the marketplace is already up and going, and people are. These are where when the mostly the civilians of Port Nyanzaru come out and go do their shopping for the day. So you mostly see the denizens themselves. But yeah, you can make your way towards the Thundering Lizard, and
can I buy some water skins along the way?
We'll say that while you're doing that, the people in the Thundering Lizard wake up. People at Thundering Lizard, what would you like to do for the day?
Get something to eat first.
Sure. They bring you some just basic steaks. They're small pieces like this, almost like bacon, but really thick.
I would get up early and then make some notes in my little notebook. And then I would have my breakfast downstairs where there's more people. But I would try.
They also have like little fruits and stuff like that, like local fruits.
I would try to time it so that whenever Bex and Katie open their door, I'm just right in front of it, smiling at them.
So yeah, Bex, Katie.
Yeah, before going down to breakfast, we're gonna sit down and meditate for 10 minutes.
Okay.
As a normal daily morning ritual.
And I'll try and guide her and tells her all about breathing deep into her stomach, and feeling her inner self and being calm and all that stuff that my dad told me. And
Easy
told
enough.
me about.
So as you get this calmness about you and you feel zen almost, you breathe in, you breathe out, and say, this is going to be a good day. You open the door and are met with a crazy-eyed, wide-eyed face like, hey guys!
Hi, good morning! Wakey, wakey!
Good morning.
Morning.
So, are you guys ready? Because I am. I'm so ready.
She the lady you talked to yesterday.
Yeah.
I stick out my hand and say, hi, I'm Safi. What's your name? I saw you go upstairs yesterday. You must have been really tired. I hope you're feeling better now.
Hello, my name is Bax. I'm feeling better. Yesterday was a long day. It's been a long week.
It's it's been a week. Have you?
I heard some of it.
Have you eaten yet?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh,
I've
okay.
everything packed. I'm ready.
I think we would like to eat before going down. Did you see?
Okay, sure. I come into their room and sit down.
Oh, we're going down.
Oh, we're gonna leave.
Welcome, Tempest! Tempest is here, by the way, guys.
Yes.
Hey.
man.
Did you see Aelin down there and Tempest?
Who's Tempest?
Tempest!
I would have been down there eating the steak thingies.
Yep. So Tempest, you guys found yourselves in Port Nyanzaru and made your way to a place called the Thundering Blizzard. It was a raucous area, but you, being at 3 maximum hit points after the battle that had just occurred, said, "Fuck all this! I need some rest. I'm going to bed." So you took a beer. Yeah, you took a beer on your way up, which was a drink called Tej. Which is TEJ, and it was really sweet, made with local flavors here. And you made your way upstairs and fell asleep for the night, gaining all your hit points back to maximum. And you can, of course, level up to level 2. I don't know if you had seen that previously. So you can take...
So what happened to the lich?
You killed it.
You actually killed her.
Oh, yes!
Not by fire either.
Unfortunately, it wasn't by fire. But after this, you can watch the beginning, the intro, once it's uploaded to YouTube.
I will have to.
Yeah. So I tried to play you as much as I totally as much as I could. I don't know if I did well, but you can be the judge of that. So.
Oh, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah. So, anyways, you made your way upstairs, fell asleep for the night, and now you're feeling much, much better and ready to take on the day. Syndra had teleported you here and given you a map.
Oh.
Yes, and you're bunking with me, buddy.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. So, okay. Also, I argued the point that you would rather sleep outside, but
Then they said no.
yeah. But then you were like, "Fuck it. I'm at 3 HP. I'm just gonna go sleep."
Plus, I paid for the room, so it's kind of free for you. So.
True. Yeah. True.
Well, he also
And it's
paid for
also hot
ours.
as balls outside.
Yeah. It is hot as all get out. So. Anyways,
yeah, I get
you
that.
wake up in the morning and you make your way downstairs alongside the rest of the crew here. As you guys do, you guys finish off your morning breakfast and notice that the 2 others are not there. Still, the ones that went to the House of Repose.
Today we need to talk to Syndra. Where are we going? We need a guide. We need a guide that can tell us what we need to bring. And then I think we should get going.
But wow.
Yes.
Did you want to go to one of the houses of worship?
Yeah, we need to gather some intel.
Yes.
But we should
we
probably know
need-
what we're gathering intel about before we go.
Yes, we need information about the Soulmonger, of course.
Syndra was at Wakanga's
Wakanga's place, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of the merchant princes.
So, did you guys figure out where the Kaya's House of Repose was? And we can go pick up the other people?
Oh, I walked when I was here earlier trying to pick where I would stay, so I can just, swing by there with you guys.
But most people are here, right? Wouldn't
Yes.
it be smarter if they came here?
As she says that, Cecilia, you walk into the Thundering Lizard and see them talking.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning, Cecilia.
Who's this?
This is Safi.
She's gonna show us a place of worship where they have a lot of information.
Okay.
She's looking
Hi.
for work.
Hi.
Don't worry, I checked her out. She is perfectly clean.
You guys do what you want to do. It's fine. But I was gonna say, our establishment has a theater in it, and apparently there's a show that's happening this morning at 11. And a lot of locals will be there, locals with money and knowledge. I was thinking that it may be a good idea for us to attend.
Seabags.
Kalambar
Isn't it good? Yes,
and
continue.
Kalambar and I already got a ticket for it because we're staying there, so it's free. But it's 5 silver per ticket. So yeah, I thought it was a good idea.
Oh, absolutely. I'm all for sampling the local cultures.
Yeah.
Seabags, isn't it good? I got us 3 days.
I just look very uncomfortable and just like in a hurry. Like we
Yeah.
should not be doing this, but I'm not saying anything.
You can see her like flash one of her tusks.
We're a lot of people. Would it be wise to split up?
I guess you could, but I would say that you should go buy the inn first and get your ticket,
Yeah.
and then maybe buy stuff and come back around 11. If you need to get stuff from town, then you could. It's early morning, right?
Should we?
Yeah, it's early morning.
Should we send a messenger boy or something to Sindra and tell her about the theater and ask her to meet us there?
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Maybe,
for
but
it.
I need some things out of the market and stuff.
I think most of us need things. out
Yeah,
there.
everyone does.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've slept for most of the day. I have no idea what's going on. I thought, wait, was our whole point not to kill the thing that killed our friend? And
Yes,
have we not?
Yeah.
but we have learned information about a thing called the Soulmonger that is responsible for the death curse.
Yeah, and responsible for taking Bob's soul. Probably.
Hang on, you're looking for the origin of the death curse?
I mean, I
You-
wasn't, but apparently we are.
Yes.
Yes,
That's the whole reason why I came here.
Oh.
is it?
So
Why
I
didn't you
mean-
say so last night?
yeah, sure, because when you meet new people, you just lay out everything that's happened in your life up to that point chronologically and just tell them
There's one here that does. Yeah.
fair point. I think, yeah.
I wouldn't say
Everybody
names
did
though, because
the
that's
same.
mean, I've learned, but yes.
Alan is visibly annoyed by that right now. He's like,
I'll just give him a gentle tap on the shoulder. You know?
out of nowhere, Kalambar's like, "Hello."
I'm just
Don't
an
take that
outgoing person, Cal. You know me.
This is Aiden Jones.
Yes.
He's from
You might
Waterdeep.
know him.
You may have heard of him.
I think I know his father.
Oh, do
He
you?
doesn't shut up about
No,
himself.
you told me last night.
Yes, that's true. True. Yes. Yes.
So, what do you guys want to do for the day?
No,
You want to go? What's the first thing you want to do? How about that? What's the first thing you want to do for the day?
The first thing is send a note tell Syndra to meet us at the theater thing.
Okay, how do you want to go about that?
Find a message board or something. Somebody to go send a message because we know why she's staying.
Okay,
tavern
as you
right
you are in a tavern.
Okay.
Go to the bar thing and ask.
Oh, you want to go ask the barmaid?
I was just gonna
Yeah.
shout for the bar, but you wanna do that?
I'll go to the barmaid. And
So you can
ask.
see the barmaiden is working hard to kind of get the morning breakfasts out to those who had stayed there. There are patrons that kind of come in the morning, mostly for tea and coffee, but you do see them kind of working, and she looks over and sees you approaching.
Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to have an errand boy that I could borrow for?
No, I don't. What do you need one for?
Sending a message.
How? Where? What are you talking?
I need to send a message to a guest of Prince. Where did I write it down? Wakanda? Wakanka?
Are you trying
One
to
of the
say
merchant-
Wakanga?
Yep. that
Wakanga
one.
Otamu?
Wakanga forever.
The merchant prince Wakanga. You know the merchant prince Wakanga.
I know a guest of the merchant prince that I would like to send a message to.
Oh, I'm sure he'll get it. And she kind of smirks.
I sort of, at this point, I've rocked up because I'm looking to buy breakfast. I'm just staring over your shoulder going, are you just going to keep saying Wakanga forever?
All right, you take 1d8 psychic damage.
Worth it though. Worth it.
Oh, all the pop culture references. So I'm feeling like this endeavor is not going very well. Can you help me or can you not?
I can tell you where to find Wakanga, but
That
you're
will
not gonna
work too.
you're not gonna get a messenger boy. I don't think.
And you tell me where to
Anyways,
go
yes,
then.
you go to the west side of town near the merchant villas. He is sure to be there.
West side of town.
You can't miss it. The merchant villas, they look very, very nice.
You know, I could just go and find him and deliver the message myself.
Am I back at the table? I'm back at the table.
Sure.
That sounds like an idea.
Yes.
Well,
Guess not a
how
problem.
do you get a ticket to the theater?
You could just buy one for me, and I'll just meet you there.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that could be a good plan. Is anyone in need of anything from town itself?
I need
Healing potions?
Mm-hmm.
Bug repellent?
a new armor.
So it's armor and just general merchandise.
And probably food. And water.
Well, we'll be here for a few more days, so
Yeah, that's right. So there's no hurry in getting it done right now in this hour.
There's no hurry. Great. I sort of, and I'll lean back from where I'm sat down and just shout, Barkeep, can I get some bacon over here very quickly?
Of course. And as you guys are kind of all talking, I need, let's see, Kalimbar and definitely Cecilia. Go ahead and roll me
Yes.
perception checks.
Uh-oh.
Shitty roll. See, that's better.
That's a me roll.
There it is. There
That
it
was
is.
because I took a bath, I swear.
That's what it was. You had to wash off the bad rolls. Wash off the bad rolls. Okay, so what Kalimbar sees is the one-armed dwarf that was talking to you is actually just passed out on one of the tables, and he just kind of is. You can see a little bit of slobber kind of coming out, and it's
Somebody
just
should
like
check up on that dwarf.
dripping off the table.
he's fine.
What Cecilia sees is a pair of what looks like a human and a halfling are sitting at a table drinking tea, and the tea is still warm. You can see like the steam coming off the top of it, and you can see them. The taller one is eyeing you guys as the group, and he whispers to the smaller gentleman, who the smaller gentleman has like a white curly hair that reaches down, and you see he has a little white short beard. And the human is a little bit darker skin, dark hair, kind of just messy. And you see the guy with darker hair kind of like lick his hand and like fix his hair, and kind of ruffle out his shirt real quick as he prepares to walk over to the group.
Guys, look over there, and I try and semi-subtly, like, kind of move my head towards where.
And I just do the whole what?
Yeah.
And Bax, as you turn, he catches your eye and he's like, "Oh!" And he immediately kind of starts walking faster.
I start taking out paper.
Okay, so he starts walking over, and you can see his smaller friend kind of like pitter patters behind him, like at a fast rate.
Oh no.
He goes, "Oh, hello, adventurers! I can tell. How are you?"
Great.
Grumpy.
Well, that's great. I hope you had a great night here.
Do I
I'm
know
not here,
you?
but yeah.
Well, I hope so. My name is Faral, and
I
this
do
here
not know you.
is my companion, Gondolo. Say hello, Gondolo. Hello.
I genuinely do not know you.
Well, maybe we can get better acquainted then.
Maybe we can not.
We're not.
Testy
we're
this
not-
one.
We're not having job interviews right at this moment. Maybe later.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, what time
Let me,
is it?
maybe let me leave a card then.
Yeah, sure. Aelin here is our secretary. He will take down your.
Yes, give me your card.
And he reaches into his pocket, and he has like a piece of paper that looks like it was just torn cloth or like a tablecloth or something like that he just like ripped apart and then wrote on it. And he's like, "Well, here," and you can take it like that.
Thank you.
And he will give you this so that you can actually have something to go on. Player handouts, supplemental material. Nope. Oh, there it is. You will see. There it is. This. These two people, and actually, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Chapter 1 player handouts. Guides. This is what I wanted. Sorry, I don't know why it didn't give me this to begin with. This is what you see.
What?
So, again,
Okay.
this very boisterous man walks up to you and he's like, and of course his little friend Gondolo is with him.
Gondolo.
Yes, very well. Thank you for your card. We will keep you in consideration.
Oh, thank you very much. We usually make our way around here, so you can find us here if you need.
Yes, very well. Your prices are, I assume, negotiables, as were the other guides we have also interviewed.
Maybe we can speak of that once you agree. But for now, it's the general 5 and then the 30.
We will see
but,
them, let you know.
Just so you know, 2 is always better than 1.
Yes, but as you can see, there are already 7 of us.
Ah, that is correct, but that just means 7 to die. You won't want that, would you?
Wow, that's bleak.
Oh, only if you are one of the people to die.
Yes.
I
Oh,
feel
no,
I
no,
have
we
to
are
Take
guides.
math classes because that doesn't make sense.
Gondolo, tell
You are
him.
guides.
Anyway.
That clears up a lot of stuff. That is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to
We
be
have your
fair, we would be
contact
hiring them as
information.
guides and not as tutors, so.
We do have a Triceratops with us, if that kind of rings any bells for you.
Okay, insight check that shit.
All right. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
It's a -1 to insight.
Would I know what a Triceratops is?
You would have to roll a nature check.
I got a 19 -1. That's an 18 for an insight check.
With an 18. So with this insight check, you can tell that they are obviously putting on a show for you to kind of like make themselves look better. You notice that his clothing, although nice in looks, you can tell it's kind of tattered at the edges. Like you can see, like it is like almost like a nice suit looking, but it's tattered all at the edges. And even Gondolo himself has a bit of tatters. You do know what a Triceratops is. You kind of put it together when he said "try" with the top kind of thing. When you passed by the creature that was loading the crates, like picking it up on the crane and moving it over, you notice that would be a Triceratops.
And that's his Triceratops.
Can we see it?
Because the inside check was to find out if he did actually have a Triceratops.
You can tell that he's telling the truth. He does have a Triceratops.
Okay, guys, I believe him. I don't know about you, but I seen one out there and I kind of want to have a go.
Yes, well, we let you know. Thank you.
No, thank you, friend.
We should move.
The last one, you got there.
And then
We
he's
should get.
kind of bows to you guys and then moves along, goes back to their table, and you can see them kind of like whispering to each other.
I like the short fellow. Just me?
I think it was just you.
I would like to study that. In the wall. That sounds nice.
So, should we go?
Yes, I will go see Wakanda.
All right, so what's the next thing you guys want to do?
I will go and go see Wakanda while the rest does something else, and I will meet them afterwards at the theater thing.
Has my bacon arrived?
Your bacon got there while they were talking, sure.
Oh, thank God.
Priorities.
Okay, so what is the rest of the group doing?
What time?
It's about 8 in the morning. It's early morning.
It was at 11 in the morning.
Yes, it is. But I just wanted to make sure that we get the seats there, because it would kind of be a waste to like wait and then go there and be like, oh no, sorry, fully booked.
Yeah, maybe we should go get tickets and then I think maybe find a bathhouse or something.
Yeah,
That would be lovely.
Sure.
that would be a great idea for you guys.
Do I need like? Are we going to the theater? Do I need smarter clothes or?
What's the
Smarter clothes.
Should we find like nice capes or something to wear?
I think
now
as long
I
as
am
you're
in a
clean, you're good.
Okay.
I can either help you pick out some nice clothes, Tempest, or I can join Aiden and speak with this merchant. Who of you would like
How much gold do I have?
You have.
You have 100 extra from whatever you have from last session.
Oh, shit. Okay, I can go shopping myself. This is fine. I got this.
It's your choice, Calambar.
Gold.
Let's just.
Alright, you know
I'll
what,
join
guys?
you, to be sure.
Very well.
I'll go get the tickets for you all, okay?
Perfect. Thank you,
Thank
Cecilia.
you, Cecilia.
That's my way of trying. Yes. And I just
What
walk
would
off.
you have
What?
to pay?
Cecilia,
I walk off.
before you walked off, I didn't hear what you had said.
That's just my way of trying.
No.
And-
Prior to that, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna buy the tickets for them.
Okay.
I'm just I'm just doing it. Like all the talk, I'm like, okay, no,
Yep.
yes.
She
They
takes off.
appreciate it. As I
Okay.
before you.
For everyone?
She's already gone.
I believe that's what she said.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Safi,
Yes. Hi.
would you know what we needed to get to go into the jungle?
Well, I mean, you need lighter clothes, definitely, and bug spray, and probably a lot of water. I mean, that's just the basic logical stuff that I can come up with. But I'm not from around here either, so
I don't think any of us
Sorry.
are from around here. Are we from around here?
Do you?
No.
To be fair, I met you all like yesterday.
Oh yeah.
No, last
A
week.
week ago.
Oh yeah, we spent a week on the water. Oh,
We
God.
spent a week on a boat from Waterdeep to the tower, and then we teleported here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been 8 days.
I think I will go back and tap Varel, was that his name? On the shoulder.
Yep. Oh, hello!
And pick a gold out of my pocket and give it to him and say...
He's like, oh! Like, cleans his clothes. He's like, is this... Are we hired? Is this the... Are we good?
No, this is just me asking.
Oh, what? What do you need? And he takes the gold from you.
I need to figure out what I have to buy if we were going on an expedition. I am from up north, and this armor is not doing me any favors.
Yes, I can tell. Well, there's many things you need to go. Are you traveling through the jungles, I assume, because you're in need of a guide, correct?
At some point we will need a guard, but right now I just need supply.
You know, if you want supplies, they're all outside. There's plenty to choose from. I would say that if you want my advice on what you want to make it through the jungle, you should hire us.
Unfortunately, that's not my call. So if you can answer the question, you can have a gold more, or else I'll go some other.
Wait. Bug spray. You for sure need bug spray. You said
Bug
one
spray?
more gold?
When you're done answering, if I just need bug spray, that's fine. I'll just go get that.
You need more than bug spray, but bug spray and water and... But I don't know, what else, Gondolo? And he looks down and Gondolo is just like... "Arr."
These guys are not making a good name for themselves.
Yeah, we should probably not hire them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triceratops though.
I just...
Is that their entire
Food! Food! You need food as well!
I think food and water and bug spray.
Mhm.
Is there anything I could figure that one out myself? Is there anything else that I should need?
Protection against the undead. That's about all I could really give you without giving you all the information you need to survive. Why else would you need me then?
Right. I give him a gold and walk away.
He like reaches up for it as you walk away. And you can see him like flick one of the gold pieces to Gondola. He like grabs it with two hands and like bites it.
Okay, I need to figure out where I mark down my gold again in a minute.
Have you
Well,
guys-
we're off. See you guys later. Come on, Cal.
Let's
You kn-
go.
yeah.
Have you guys come
Are you
across
gonna
any other guides yet, or is this the first? Like,
Oh yeah, we already have several prospects.
oh,
Like he will just come up to you.
I'll say
When
during
you
this
sit down.
time. I'll say during this time, Cecilia, you've made it back to the House of Repose and purchased the bonus, the extra tickets for the show. It'd be
Which
five
is-
silver. It'd be 5 silver pieces a piece. So that'd be what 1, 2, 3 gold pieces total. No, it'd be 2.5 because you guys already have one.
so when
Yes.
is the show?
Okay.
Yep.
It's a theater show, apparently.
2 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces.
We should go.
Oh,
find
you
a
said
bathhouse.
it was 5 silver each.
Right. So 5, 1 gold, 5, 2 gold, 5
Yeah, I got it.
is
No,
2.5.
okay. No, got it. Math is my best class.
Math is hard.
Should we go find a bathhouse?
We should go find a bathhouse.
Is there baths in the place that we currently are?
Probably not the kind that will make us smell good.
No baths here. as you hear the bartender kind of as she's cleaning the glasses.
You know
But
what?
there is a public bathhouse up the road.
How far up the road?
It's almost right around the corner. It's if you go past the golden temple, the big golden building. It's right behind it. The public bathhouse is there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I bring all my crap because I left nothing at the room, so I have my big backpack and my armor and everything when we go to the bathhouse.
I've just got my great axe on my back. That does not leave my side.
Okay.
I am heavily armed going to a bathhouse. I like
Yep.
that.
Welcome to the club. Just two giant people up to the teeth going to the bathhouse. Let's.
I'm just
And it's
gonna
like-
walk like in between the two of you, so it's just like two giant people and then a small.
2.5 people.
Safi, you coming?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Only if you want.
No, if you guys will have me along, I'd be happy to.
I'd have a bath. I was very, very rough from our last encounter.
What was that?
I still felt very, very rough from the last time we had a fight.
From yesterday.
I may be a strong person, but a nice, relaxing water doesn't hurt anybody.
Okay. So you guys are heading towards the bathhouses?
Yeah.
All right. So we have somebody that has about 9 minutes left in the session. Would you guys like to call it at this point?
One more thing.
Yes.
I do turn around before we leave and go to the bartender and says, "Can I get a small little paper bag full of bacon that I can take with me?" I'm
She-
very hungry.
She abides. She has you pay like one extra silver piece in order to gather that much food. But yeah.
I'll say I'm literally just doing this so that you can have something to munch on while he's in the bathhouse.
Sure. You can add bag of dinosaur meat
Yes.
to your inventory.
Dinosaur bacon. I know bacon.
Yep. So, as you guys make your way out into the bright new day, Cecilia actually is on her way back, and as you guys exit, Cecilia meets up with you, and you let her know that you guys are going to be venturing out towards the bathhouses to get a bit of a bath and recover for a minute, and then make your way around the city after that. And from there, we will end today's session.
Hey, I was in it for all about 5 minutes.
So thank you guys for joining us, and for those watching on YouTube, if we ever put these out on YouTube, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, we'll see you in the next episode.